never was one of my strong points. It's something I had to work a lot at. In high school I took dance classes probably 8-9 times a week, and so I was constantly stretching and getting better at it. And so it's something that if you work at it, no problem. And
I'm going to interrupt you there. A high school boy taking dance classes. Were you ever bullied?
Yeah.
Actually, I was very fortunate. I was always kind of that theater kid, and so I never had too many issues. I heard things behind my back occasionally through the grapevine, but I loved what I did, and I was surrounded by beautiful girls, flexible girls, and it was something that I was great at sports, and I played soccer. I played football with my friends. I came from a sports background. That was one thing. In elementary school and middle school, I was all sports. I did theater a little bit, but I was all soccer and football, and I played hockey with my friends. And so coming from that sports background, it was actually great to transition into dance, because one, dancing helped my sports, because even professional football players take ballet to really help with their agility and just to learn how the body works and can move more efficiently. And so to transition from sports into dance, I had the strength and the power from that to transition into that, which has really helped my dancing and to make me stand out from people who have just done dance.
What other kind of TV or movies have you done? Back then?
Yeah, absolutely. Let's see. After Step Up 2, there was a Renee Zellweger one, which was I forget the name of it, but it didn't do very well. And then recently I've done a lot of TV shows. I did background on an episode of Girls. I just had a fitting yesterday, actually. I was supposed to come back in the morning yesterday, but I had a fitting for Carrie Diaries. I don't know if anyone watches that show.
Yeah.
I had a fitting. There's going to be an 80s prom scene filming next Tuesday, and so I showed up at the kind of the big studio equivalent in New York City of like the Hollywood studios, where you walk in and there's big sound stages everywhere, and I walked into Soundstage 3, which is Carrie Diaries and The Following and Boardwalk Empire films in that area. And you go up, and I've given my sizes to them, and I walk into a fitting, and I'm in a room with random people, and just part of the business. You strip down for them, and then they put clothes on you, and then they're like, okay, great, and then they take a picture of you, everything, walk out, and that's your day. And I got paid for that, actually. When you're in SAG, you get paid for a fitting, which is great. But so Carrie Diaries, and then Elementary with Lucy Liu. I don't know if anyone watches that. I was on an episode with that. It's hysterical.
I love Lucy Liu.
Yeah, she's phenomenal. It was funny because I had a walking pattern. This was like a restaurant she was walking into. And so basically my job was just to walk by like I was walking on the street, and she was here and would walk in. But after every cut, there would be someone to do the clapper, which is something for sound, so they can sync up sound to the video, because sound is recorded not on the film, it's recorded through a separate system. So they do that, and then he walks out of the shot. Well, she would get in his way every time. She just, there are these people that become this big family. Because they work on the show for years together, months at a time, and every day they're together, and a TV show filmed so quickly that it was just something that, that they were so awesome that she was like this big star is, goofing off with, a grip, someone who's very low on the totem pole. And it's, a big community, and that's something that I think, I hope a lot of stars don't lose, is their appreciation for everyone on set, because everyone has such a huge job. And then after that, I was on The Following. The Blacklist, which is a new show. Now it's like a waiter in a restaurant, and a SWAT team rushes into the restaurant, and then they sneak out the back door. And so it's really interesting. But you guys can do background work too. You guys think this is only a New York thing? This happens, Step Up 2 I did in Baltimore, and the Renee Zellweger film I did in Baltimore. And that was while I was in school here. So there's lots of agencies. Taylor Royal does a lot of background work, and then Central Casting in Washington D.C. is another place. Talk to your parents. But if you have any interest in getting on a big Hollywood set, if that ever comes through, you can just go register with these places, and they'll give you a call if they ever need your type. It's Miss Lucy Liu.
How many pairs of dance shoes do you go through in a tour?
That's a good question, actually. There's something great on a tour, especially. You get a lot of times you get custom shoes. They're custom made, and then if they ever start wearing down, they'll just re-rubber them. So mostly one pair of shoes can last you. We're not like a ballet company where you know, like the girls go through their pointe shoes like once or twice a week or after every performance. It's a lot easier, especially on that show wasn't a huge dance show. There were a lot of dance moments, but it's very isolated. So yeah, I think I only went through one pair of shoes, but then because I was covering 8 different roles, I probably had another 6 different pairs of shoes. That, you know, it's a tap shoe, and then these were the boots to be the pilot, and then these were the, you know, the shoes for the formal scene. So, you know, there's so many different shoes you're changing into that, you know, you don't go through them that quickly.